Why am I playing this game? It's an aged piece of crap. The Legend of Zelda. Many years ago, Prince Darkness Ganon stole one of the Triforce with power. Princess Zelda had one of the Triforce with wisdom. She divided it into 8 units to hide it from Ganon before she was captured. Go find the 8 units, Link, to save her. All of the treasures. Heart, container heart. Fairy, clock, rupee, 5 rupees. Life potion, second potion, letter, food, sword, white sword, magical sword, magical shield, boomerang, magical boomerang, bomb, bow, arrow, silver arrow, blue candle, blue ring, red ring of death, power bracelet, recorder, raft, step ladder, magical rod, book of magic, key, magical key, map, compass, Triforce. Please look at the manual for details. How about that detailed intro, right guys? Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda. This game is over 25 years old at this point, and that's kinda scary for my brother. And I'm going for the unoriginal Link for my name. But yeah, I figured I might as well get the worst game in the series out of the way second. Because honestly, I hate this game. As I said earlier, it's an aged piece of crap. Anyway, memeness aside, it's dangerous to go alone take this, and now we can officially start our journey with the sword. Now, in this part, honestly, we're actually not getting much into progress, we're actually just going around getting some stuff that I need. And also, while it might seem like I know what I'm doing, I don't. I'm actually using a Zelda dungeon guide for this because I honestly hate Zelda 1 so much. After beating it once, like 7 or 8 years ago, I haven't played it since. Anyway, those were Tektites just then. They are easily one of the more annoying enemies in the beginning of the game, because their jumping is random. However, if you get a clock like this, it's nowhere near as painful. Also, unlike Minish Cap, you start with the sword beams, which you never want to take damage because those sword beams are surprisingly useful. Why? Well, for one thing, allows you to no-scope range like something else, and yeah. Anyway, we got blue Octoroks here. Unlike the red ones, which I destroyed earlier, these ones actually have a chance of dropping bombs. However, I'm going to go buy bombs anyway. Although I do jump cut some rupee grinding out of the way because money's kind of harder to come by in this game as opposed to, say, Minish Cap, where I was maxed out for how long? Anyway, where I'm heading to right now is a shop right there in that cave, which is that black square, or actually more accurately, a black tile on the map. Speaking of the map, by the way, that gray block in the top left, that's my map. How the hell did people get around in this game? Anyway, they're the bombs we came here for. They're 20 rupees, nothing too bad. They gave you 8. Or actually, no, they gave you 4. I had found 4 when grinding, but I wanted to show off the purchase anyway. And now that we have bombs, we can actually go out of our way to get some stuff to help me survive better. Because I only have 3 hearts, which is about 6 hits, and as opposed to Minish Cap, where me getting hit or dying is extremely hard or rare, in this game, not so much. Due to how this game controls, the difficulty of it due to the age, dying is rather common, because this is one of those games that is extremely difficult no matter how many times you've played it. Though it gets less cryptic, I can say that much. In fact, in terms of how it controls, it is really clunky. You can only move in the 4 main directions. There's no diagonal movement, which is sad because that's so fun to do. There's that, and it's also really useful for dodging. And also, weirdly enough, Link's sword is very limited as well because he doesn't swipe it, he just stabs it for some reason. Also, fun fact, this game is actually based off of the creator of Mario, Donkey Kong, and Zelda, blah blah blah, Shigeru Miyamoto's childhood exploring, I believe, some woods near his house, or something along those lines. And we got moblins here. These guys like to throw arrows. They can be annoying no matter where you are, honestly. And where I'm heading to right now, actually, is some rupee grinding places, because another meme that spawned from this game, aside from it's dangerous to go alone, it's a secret to everybody. There are multiple of these little hidden rupee spots throughout the game. They give you varying amounts. 10 is what I think 10's the smallest, and I think the largest you can get is over 100. And this being a game that uses hex, 255 is the rupee limit. And as you saw in the intro, flashing rupees are 1 rupee, blue ones are 5. Which I'm at least glad they kept that consistent. Unlike Link's Awakening, where they were all blue. That was really weird. And here's another one. I think this one's a 30. Yep. In fact, that's what you'll see a lot of Let's Players doing in this game on their first part or so, is them going around getting rupees and getting some necessary upgrades. I'm not sure which one this is. I think this is a 30. Yep. Let's see, now we're going to be heading to the west, actually, because I didn't comment on getting a heart container earlier. But in certain caves, and you can actually get heart containers in this game in 2 ways. Either beating a boss, or finding them randomly in caves, where you can either get a heart container or a red potion. Why anyone would go for the red potion instead of extending your life permanently, I'm not sure. Then again, there's probably some weird strategies you could do with that some speedrunners probably use. And next up, we're actually heading towards, actually, what was I heading towards? I know what I'm heading towards. There's these trees over here. This is the third kind of thing you can find underground, aside from shops. It's a lottery, pretty much. You can randomly lose or gain rupees. You'll either lose 40 or 10. You're more likely to lose than gain, honestly. But I got a surprising gain, which doesn't happen often. Also, how are you supposed to know that's there? I mean, I get this game encourages exploration, but that's just ridiculous. And 100 rupees, that's full. Considering the fact that certain something I'm buying at the end of the game, end of the part rather, requires 250. Also, how about that 8-bit wave sound effect starting every time I use the sword? Ooh. Anyway, in this game up here, we got a random old guy wanting us to show this to the old woman. Okay. Actually, that is a rather helpful item, because if you show it to the old woman, she'll open up the potions for you to purchase, which are very useful in this game. Next up, we're actually heading towards, what am I heading towards, actually? I honestly forget. Oh, I know. We're heading towards a shop. Why? Well, for one thing, there's that blue candle we can purchase, which we want to, because if I recall correctly, it's completely required. The candle, what it does is that it sends fire out forwards. You can only do it once per screen, though. And you can hurt yourself with that fire, so watch out for that. Also, how about that soundtrack? In fact, it's one of the few things I can say I like about this game is the soundtrack. So many great tunes spawned from this. We got a new enemy here, Lionels. Sadly, not the one from Thundercats. Then again, that's probably a gladly and a sadly at the same time. These guys are annoying because they have a lot of health and they can hurt you really hard. Anyway, in this cave we got a random old guy again. And a white sword. You can only get this if you have either 4 or 5 hearts, but I got that because it's a pure upgrade from the wooden sword. In fact, that's all the swords are in this game. There's no extra effects. And that's the blue candle. Ow. Yeah, good luck going through this game with no damage. It's one of the hardest things I've ever seen someone try to do. And we got some Zoras in the river there. They like to shoot fireballs at you, and random falling rocks that have very little chance of hitting you, but they can't still anyway. Those things that we're seeing on these screens are P-hats. You can't... They can hurt you at any point, but you can only hurt them when they're resting on the ground. Luckily, they go down in one hit. And another rupee room. You know, Ganon's gonna be really mad at these guys. They're paying me to go away. And got another rupee room right there in the top right. I forget how much this one is, though. 30, okay. I think 30 is the most common one, actually. Also, I nearly missed it here, but on the 5th bush from the right on this screen, there's actually a heart container you can get. But I miss it momentarily because I forget it's there until after I do what I'm about to do. And what I'm doing is buying that shield on the left for 90 rupees. Fun little fact, actually. Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of this, Zelda, Mario, Donkey Kong, etc., originally wanted Hyrule's religion to be Christianity. That's why there's a cross on this shield. However, I think after Zelda 2 it was, I think Nintendo of America or someone, or whatever, said, yeah, that's a no-no, and then they went with the whole 3 goddesses thing that we would have later on. Or Light Force if you're going by Minish Cap. Also, how about that, death, or emergency jingle that happens when you're low on life? Got another bush you can burn on this screen, which I almost completely miss. It's this one right here on the far bottom left of this little weird arrangement here. I think this is a 30. No, it's a 10. Ah, well. Money is money all the same. In fact, I'm kind of biting myself in the ass right now, honestly, because I'm getting them so early in the game, but at the same time, I kind of need them. Because they're very limited. You can only use each one once. In terms of what I'm going for next, I honestly can't remember. I think I'm going for the arrows. Yes, I am. Go into that door right there on the top right of the screen. And you can actually buy some arrows for, I think it's 80 rupees? Ow. Get out of my way. Grinding for hearts. God. Ugh. Why did they not drop hearts when I need them? Yeah, 80 rupees. You're gonna want to get these, because these are really useful early in the game. Although, one little trick about the arrows. First off, I think you need the bow in order to use them. And for another, each use of the bow and arrow costs 1 rupee, because apparently you're using the rupee as the arrowhead. Luckily, Zelda 3... well, actually, that's what it is, but A Link to the Past would change it to where you actually had arrow ammo. Same with Minish Cap and onwards and such. Oh, I hate that beeping sound. And I'm gonna hear it a lot in the early game, too, because I am not good at Zelda 1 at all. Because the thing is, while this video is around 18 minutes long, it's originally around 45. Actually, I think it was 42 and a half. Because I'm editing out a lot of looking at guides and a lot of deaths. I think by this point my death count was at 7. A lot of trial and error in this one, honestly. What I'm going for next is another rupee room, and this screen just north of the start. Bomb the wall right north of the bottom entrance, and you should find it. There it is. I think this is a 100, actually. No, it's a 30. Also, I should mention... actually, I'll mention that later. Schizophrenic decisions. What we're actually going to go do right now is go one screen to the left and use that note that we got from an old guide more towards the beginning of the part. And here's the old woman. You need the note out to do anything in here, by the way. And now we can buy medicine from here. A blue potion for 40 rupees, which is a 1-use heal, or the red potion for 68, which is a 2-use heal. Always go for the red one, honestly, because it's more useful. Although it's odd, because when you use it once, it turns blue, so I don't get how drinking some of it turns it blue, unless contact with human skin does that. Or Hylian, because they're more like elves, honestly. Also, what's really weird is that the... I'm going to probably talk more about this as I go. But the cartoon series made in the... I think it was either 80s or early 90s. I think it was 80s. Used a lot of the sound effects from the show. And I mean a lot. You hear the damage sound effect a lot. The little... selection sound effect. You hear it a lot, which is... really, really, really weird. Mind you, I'll probably end up quoting the show a lot, considering that's something I can actually talk about in depth more so than the game itself, because I don't like it. Well, actually, I like this show more than this, but that's still not saying much. Anyway, got another hidden rupee room right here. I know for a fact that this one is a 100, so I'm technically wasting around 20 rupees, but I don't care, I need those 250. And I'm wasting this one as well, because in this bush right here, there is a 10 rupee man thing. Booyah. And suddenly I'm out here again, what? That's a thing that happened. Anyway, where I'm going to right now is a shop, screen north from now, because there's a certain item I can get there. Ow. By the way, your own fire can hurt you when it comes to the blue candle. Anyway, we're going to this shop that's beneath the middle Armos right here. Those are the Armoses are the statues that you can activate, like, so. Because there's a shop underneath here, and I want to buy that blue ring right there in the middle for 250. It's expensive, but it's useful, because what this does is it doubles our defense. I think. It's either that or 1.5 times the defense. But what it does also is it turns us to a nice whitish blue. But with that, and me re-entering the shop because I don't want to be in a dangerous place like that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, I'll meet you back at the starting screen, actually, so we can go right for the first dungeon of the game. See you guys then. I hate this game so much.